Well, Amanda, what brings you in here today?
Well, the reason why I'm here it's a long story, but my husband wants me to come to talk to somebody today. He thinks I'm drinking too much, so he asked me to, contact you guys and come in and talk to somebody about it. Um, I don't agree with him, but he thinks I'm drinking too much.
Sounds like you're getting a little angry about that. Um,
Well, I really am. Um, I'm really angry with him, and I think it's more that I'm hurt, and my feelings are hurt because the only reason why I'm drinking wine at night is because he's out, he works a lot, and then whenever he does come home, he's tired and he doesn't really want to hang out with me or anything like that. So, I enjoy wine, so I just drink my wine and kind of stick to myself and um he just thinks I'm getting out of control with it. He thinks I'm drinking too much, and that that's all he sees. He says the only thing he sees is me, drinking all the time.
so what I'm hearing you say to me is that your husband's getting upset because of your drinking, and that you're having a control issue about it. Um,
Yeah, I think you're right though with the control. It's he. I feel like he minimizes how I feel about things. So I don't even want to try to talk to him about it anymore. I just drink my wine, stick to myself. I don't even want to talk to him about it anymore because, yes, he's got a hard job and yes, he's out, he's busy all day and things like that. I get that he wants to come home and relax, but like I've been at home all day, and like I just want a companion, somebody that I can talk to, and he only picks out the fact that I'm drinking. He doesn't say anything else. He doesn't say, "Oh, the house is clean. Thanks for dinner." Doesn't say anything like that. He just, "Oh, you need to go to treatment. You need to go talk to somebody because you're drinking too much." And I just feel you said, at the beginning you said um, that I'm angry, and I think that's part of it. But I think my feelings are just hurt.
I agree with that. I think that your feelings are hurt. Um, have you talked to your husband? Ask you questions.
It's okay. Um, I, you know, I feel like there's no point in talking to him. I feel like I haven't even had a conversation with him about it. He said go to treatment, and I just said okay, whatever. And I figured, at this point, you listen to me more than he does, so.
I think that maybe you should sit down with your husband and express your feelings to him and let him know how you're feeling.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, I don't know if that's even gonna help, to be honest. Part of me just thinks, oh, we should just end it. That's the point I'm at now, it's just, maybe I should just end it with him.
So what you're saying is that just because your husband confronts you about your alcohol use, you're ready to end your marriage?
When you say it like that, I guess not, I guess I'm not really, I don't know, I think I'm just hurt, you're right, that's not a reason to end my marriage. I think you're right, I think there's just been a barrier in, knowing if he understands how I feel, but you're right, I haven't really talked to him about it, so I don't know, if he thinks I'm just drinking wine and, sticking to myself and things like that, maybe he doesn't really understand the reasons why I feel isolated right now. So, I know that you're right. It was silly to say that I want to end my marriage over this. And I'm sure that he wants me to come here to talk to you because he cares about me. He probably doesn't want to see me being destructive, you know. And when you word it to me that way, it's kind of, I realize how silly that sounded, that I don't want to leave my husband, but I also want him to hear me. I want him to know how I feel.
Yeah, people have issues in their marriage, and just because he confronts you about your alcohol use doesn't mean that you automatically consider getting a divorce. I think that you need to go home and talk to your husband and figure out an alternative plan. Maybe if you come up with a plan, go to outpatient therapy, maybe that would help you, and be able to talk to somebody there at once a week, like you come and see me.
Yeah, do you think that, that's something my husband could do with me? You think that maybe I could
That's
bring
totally
that
up to you. If you want to have your husband join you in that session, yes. But you would be ultimately, you'd be the client.
Yeah, I like that. The focus could be on me and what I need, because I don't think he's really hearing me, you know? I don't think that he really understands how I feel. He comes home from a long, hard day at work, and then I'm, and, to be honest with you, by the time he gets home, because I know he's gonna be tired when he gets home, I probably had too much wine. I probably had too much wine by that point. And,
So what you're saying to me now is that maybe you do have a drinking problem?
Well, now I'm thinking about, why he wanted me to come here. I'm thinking about how much wine I really am drinking during the day, because it was where I would just kind of start in the evening, I knew he was gonna be at work late, so I would just kind of start in the evening, and I was still fine when he got home, I would still, want to talk to him and things like that, but I found myself, starting earlier in the day, drinking wine. By the time he gets home, really what he is seeing is just, me not making sense, and, half the time I don't even have dinner cooked.
So when you look at it that way, can you see why he might be a little upset when he comes home?
Yeah, I think so. I think I can see that, he cares about me, and he doesn't want to see me passed out on the couch every night when he gets home,
And that's the way he's taking it out on you, because he does care about you and he wants you to get better. But he sees that your drinking is becoming a problem and you're not listening to him.
yeah, I think you might be right. He might feel like I'm not listening to him when I'm sitting here saying he's not listening to me, but I haven't even opened up and talked to him, like you said, maybe that's where I need to just start, is opening up and talking to him instead of, just drinking my wine and kind of.
Communication's key in every relationship.
It is, yes, you're right, and, we used to communicate a lot, and I think that I just kind of replaced that with, drinking and feeling isolated and things like that, and that's what he sees. He's gone all day, so that's what he ends up seeing, is just that I'm, pulling away, and I'm drinking, and I'm, not the way I used to be with him. So maybe you're right, maybe it's more me than him, right?
I think that you might have come up with a solution to your own problem. I think that you need to focus on you and getting better so that your relationship can get better. And by doing that, maybe continuing with some OP for your alcohol use disorder.
See, when you say it that way, it doesn't feel so scary. It feels like something I can do to help myself, instead of, I guess those feelings I was having toward him on, like I was the wrong, in the wrong, or I was being, terrible wife, and, I think that was just my perception of it, instead, the way you're telling me is, maybe I need to take this time to kind of help myself through it, and then it's gonna improve what me and him, have together.
Of course.